AO Claws, Variants, Relics, and everything in between. It's your boy, Variant 5 Ranked Onyx, OMA Monster, and I've been a little bit quiet lately. I had a couple of videos planned, dropped the ball, didn't put them out in time, or a time frame that I was comfortable with, so I am like pumped to get something back out. And just so happens that when I get the itch, Midnight Society dropped a nice video on Twitter, and it's like blown my mind because it's really cool stuff, and I'm very excited about it, and I want to share that excitement with you guys and point out some things that I noticed that I think are just going to make it even more exciting. So before we jump into that, let's quickly watch the clip, and then we'll look at some very, very pixelated freeze frames because Twitter's terrible for quality. So I'm hoping that video got you as hyped as it got me, because honestly, oh my god, it's like, we already knew we're getting vehicles in Snapshot 7, but the fact that we saw actual gameplay, and for those that didn't pick up on what bits were actually gameplay, I'm sure you did, but if you didn't, this is gameplay. And it looks smooth, it looks like you can lean out the window and shoot while driving, so it doesn't really tell us how many people we can have in the car, if we can squad up in one car, or how that's going to work. But you know, either way, we know that we can drive a car, we know that we can shoot out of it and shoot at each other, and that's pretty much all I need. The gameplay's looking nice. Anyway, on to the first freeze frame. So this frame right here, first thing I noticed, the front of the vehicle looks like it's changed a little bit. So from what I remember, that big bar at the front never used to be there. Obviously that's been added for ramming and rigidity, so I'm guessing this is a contact sport now. But that wasn't there before. It's a nice change. The car still looks nice and sporty. It's still got the same vibe it had before, but now it just looks a little bit more robust and a bit more bashable. Also, in this same frame, if we look at the car, obviously it looks different. This is obviously not in-game. This is rendered in Unreal Engine. I'm sure Dinka, the talented git, spent hours doing this, but the paint job looks a little bit different. You know, that looks like there is some paint on there. It's all scuffed up. I don't know if that's maybe this is our first time seeing actual like paint schemes on cars, like designed paint schemes, not just changing the base color of the car. The next one ties into that. So here we can see the guy leaning out the window shooting, presumably while he's driving, because I'm guessing these are American cars, so left-hand drive. So presumably he's leaning out while driving, which is that going to affect your steering? Maybe, don't know. But tying into that, the car just behind that he's shooting at, we can see that's got a nice yellow stripe on there that looks kind of designed like it's got the streaks going through it. Looks like that could be another paint scheme we're seeing, which is really cool. And again, we see the bumper again, so that changed bumper. And I cannot for the life of me remember, because all of the images I have of the vehicles are for when I'm doing the skins and stuff, so they are side on and you can't see the bonnet, but I'm pretty sure the bonnet never used to have that big opening. So that might be a new change, which I actually really like. Although in the context of what's happening here, that's bad, because there's nothing protecting your engine from the bullets that are being fired at you. This freeze frame, again, it's just the one after they've just left the tunnel. Nothing massive here, but again, it looks like the front of the car, from what I remember, from when we had the garage, from what I remember, that looks different. The front of the car looks different. Even just the shape of it, I feel, looks a little bit different, not just the bars. So maybe I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that looks a little bit different. And either way, regardless, it looks awesome. I'm pretty sure that's a Relic's visor. It looks like it's half a visor, so it'd be kind of cool that we at least kind of maybe know that our visors are going to show up while we're driving the vehicles, which would be really nice. So you can drive past someone, look through their window, and see who it is. So if you see the heart, you know, you guys know the heart. You see the heart, don't shoot, it's me, be cool. Okay, this one, vehicle leaping through the air, which I love. Again, look at the paint scheme. That looks like an actual design, so maybe we're getting some actual car designs, and his rear tyre looks white, front one looks black. He's got the orangey yellow stripe, the whitey silver stripe. The bars all look like they're orange. The top of the car looks black. It looks about as designed as it can be at the moment, and if that's an actual design, number one, I want it. Maybe we're gonna get some customization in this snapshot. Maybe nothing extreme. Maybe not like Forza style where you're placing all that stuff. But maybe there's gonna be some skins that we can find, or maybe we can just change the color of the bars separately to the actual car. I don't know, but it looks really cool, and I like it. Stemming off of this freeze frame, if we watch this clip here, this car absolutely launches itself up a ramp, off the road, and I would hope that he hasn't just yeeted himself to his own demise. So I would like to assume that he has yeeted off of that road to get away from this guy that's shooting at him and onto another pathway. Maybe there is opportunity to like stem off of the main road and get somewhere else. The very last freeze frame that I've got is this one here. And there's nothing about the vehicle here necessarily that is too telling. It's a cool freeze frame. I wish I could have got it in like not pixelated, but Twitter is terrible for retaining video quality. But if we look in the background, you can read there behind the vehicle it says storage, which I would like to assume, considering it's lit up blue and the whole theming of this particular image, like it's all blue and dull, I want to say it's cold storage. So maybe, just maybe, this hints at us that we are going to be able to drive into cold storage, which, you know, we didn't know that before. We had no idea that we could do that before. We knew that cold storage went down, but being that it's Sector 3, it couldn't really be assumed that we drive into the third sector. But that does say storage, and it's blue, and cold storage is like themed very blue, and it's called cold storage. So maybe that's what's going to happen in Snapshot 7. Maybe we are going to be driving into cold storage. Let me know what you guys think. There is probably a ton of stuff that I've missed, but I was just excited there was something for me to ramble on about in a video, and give me an excuse to use the new camera and the mic and stuff on the main channel, and I'm excited about that. And also, I'm just excited for Snapshot 7, and we're under a month away now, which is awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you've got any thoughts, let me know, please. Hit me up in the comments, or hit me up on Twitch, wherever, Twitter, Twitch, in the comments, in the Discord, wherever, hit me up. I would love to talk about this. Cars, vehicles, it's my thing. I love vehicles. Totally didn't place the Fast and Furious cars up one shelf so they could be in the video to show that I like cars. Editing OMA here, I just wanted to add something right at the end here real quick. As I'm editing this through, I realised I'm going to be using music created by someone in the community. I'm sure loads of you have heard of William Morris. He is the absolute musical genius behind the DEADVAULT tapes. I've had the pleasure of working with William on releasing DEADVAULT tapes part 1, and it was a pleasure. The guy makes amazing music. I am thrilled to be using it in my videos and for my content, and if you're a DEADROP content creator or you're thinking about making some DEADROP content, head over to his Twitter, go through his SoundCloud, look at his music. He lets every content creator use it. It sounds awesome, it fits the vibe, it's all super high quality. It's worth giving him a follow and just waiting to see what he makes next.